All right. So it's important to understand this is an implication of the war that's imminent. I think one of the reasons why this could have potentially happened is it seems that proxy groups, which I'm about to name, are gearing up to grab as much control in the region before everything turns to turmoil. As Khamenei said in a statement, I think 2 or 3 days ago, this is going to be a regional war. And he's completely right. And it's precise. And I'll tell you why. First things first, the UAE is on an aligned axis with meaning that they're serving Israel's benefit in their favors in the region. This has been evident with Sudan. This has been evident with Somalia. And now this is evident with Libya. Why? I'll tell you why. One of the leaders in the Middle East, his name is Abdul Hamid Dbeibeh. This guy is supported by the West. He's the current interim prime minister of Libya. He just signed a $20 billion oil deal with 2 major oil companies, one being based out of France and then the other one being based out of the United States. And in signing this pointed a lot of eyes, especially for the UAE, to make a move in the region before this guy catches too much power, because he does not have total control over the country. There's other factions in Libya that have control. Libya is a fractured country just like Yemen, so there's not one totalitarian ruler just yet, although there probably will be in the coming years. And so in doing this, it's evident that the UAE is supporting one of these people. The person that the UAE is supporting is a guy, Gaddafi, a guy who was killed. And why was he killed? There's sources coming out from people as reliable as Reuters and other news articles. And his name, and he rules, I believe, in the East. His name is Haftar, Khalifa Haftar. And this guy went as far as to say that he's going to take full control of Libya. And he got a $4 billion weapons deal from Pakistan that no one knows where he got this money from, by the way. You know, hint, hint, potentially Saudi Arabia. And he also wants to take control of the country. So in essence, there's a bunch of different factions supported by different countries try and grab control of the region. The reason why this matters, if you look back, Saudi Arabia and the UAE were in tandem back in 2019. They had parallel interests. They were both fighting Yemen. Now, in this fight in Yemen, the UAE had split off from Saudi Arabia. They were initially supporting the central government in Yemen. Saudi Arabia and Mohammed bin Salman did not want the Houthis, which is the Iranian-backed proxy, to get too close to Saudi Arabian borders. And so he started arming soldiers in Yemen, as well as bombing the hell out of Yemen with weapons that he received from the United States. I think he was the biggest purchaser of weapons for the United States in 2018. He started bombing the hell out of Yemen. UAE backed him here. The UAE slowly but surely pulled away from that military support in the north of Yemen. Why? I wonder why. They have a certain relationship with a certain country that we've said several times here. And so the UAE started supporting rogue militant groups in the south. These rogue militant groups in the south were fighting the Houthis and the government at the same time. So now you've got the Houthis fighting this government in the south, or these governing factions in the south that is supported by the UAE. And at the same time, you've got the central government being supported by Saudi Arabia. Everybody's fighting everybody. This is why Yemen is so fractured. It's a very difficult war or situation to understand, and it's confused a lot of people, but there's several different proxy wars going on. This did one thing though. This actually, and this was the mistake of it, this eased tensions for the Houthis, because the Houthis went back, looked at the bigger picture and said, well, wait, Saudi Arabia and the UAE are fighting on our land right now. That's why the Houthis have been able to strategically survive despite all of the international tension to remove them from power and remove their military assets, because they're infighting in Yemen by the UAE and Saudi Arabia, which is really, by the way, Arab nations had lined up. They could have destroyed the Houthis a long time ago, because they're fighting for regional influence via a proxy war. Iran is able to capitalize, which is why the Houthis are so strong.
If you enjoy my videos, don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you want to create clips like these fast, try Opus Clips. It's smart, simple, and built for creators.